Maybe you know it to be true about yourself, or maybe someone who's close to you has pointed it out in a less than kind way. But admit it, you've got a bad cleaning habit, or 2, or 10, like me. And that's why I wanted to create this video, because so often we talk about creating good cleaning habits, but let's be honest, we all have a couple of dusty, bad cleaning habit skeletons in our closet. And today's the day where we're gonna bring them out, show them the light, and deal with them. And just a quick note before we get into those bad habits, that over at makersclean.com, we are having a sale on our 5-pack of multicolored general purpose cloth. These are currently 25% off. You can visit makersclean.com or you can click the link down below. The reason why we put this particular pack together is because so many people had asked us for a multitude of colors in the general purpose cloths because they like to use different cloths for different tasks or different rooms of the house. So you can go get 25% off of them now. Enjoy. There are many rules and regulations that companies have to abide by when they put out a cleaning product. Plus, they want to make sure that when you receive it, you're actually using it in the way that they intended for you to use. And what that means is that's the way that they formulated it and the way that they've tested it. So companies can't be held responsible if someone uses their product incorrectly and it ruins something. So if you pick up a new cleaning product or something that you're a little bit unfamiliar with, it is worthwhile to just flip over the bottle or the package, quickly read the instructions, and make sure you understand where you're supposed to use it and how you're supposed to use it. That way you won't be at risk of ruining any surfaces or spending extra time cleaning something that you wouldn't otherwise have to had you let the product do the work for you. You might think that it's a good idea to use more product, especially if there's a super dirty surface or if you have really dirty clothing. But the truth is that using more product, laundry detergent or soap, is actually worse for the situation, because whatever it is that you're cleaning is going to require more cleaning, because now not only do you have the dirt, but you also have all of that soap that's really sudsy and sticky that you now have to rinse away. So when you're cleaning anything, whether it's doing your laundry or cleaning your floors or a surface, always remember to use less product than what you might be inclined to use. Guys, you cannot clean a surface with something that is dirty. Not only will it make the surface look physically dirty, for example, if you use a dirty mop on a floor, you're never going to get your floor clean. You're actually just going to take the dirt that's stuck in the mop and redeposit it all over your floor, which is just like a cycle of insanity because your floor is never going to look good. And secondly, it can also spread bacteria around a surface. So particularly like a dirty sponge, that is gross. So what you need to do is make sure that your tools are cleaned and maintained before you actually hit the cleaning circuit, and that way your space will actually be clean and you'll be using good quality tools to make sure the job is done. All right, so here's one of many of Chad's bad cleaning habits. Now, I have to give him full credit because he loves tidying, thank God, because that's a challenge for me. But the problem is when you tidy, you put things away and then only you know where they go. Like, it's supposed to be, there's a home for everything, everything in its home. And the logical home that I think it should be in, for some reason, is different from the logical home you think the thing should be in. So then when I look for the thing, perfect example, measuring spoon, he puts it in the junk drawer, I put it in the utensil drawer. Like, the utensil drawer makes sense. I never know where the thing is, but then I'll ask you and you'll say, oh, it's in the junk drawer.
Yeah, I do that.
That is not a good habit.
I'm completely guilty of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great start. Good.
Full circle.
Okay. Melissa, we need to talk about your never-ending stream of water glasses. Melissa has this habit of having a glass of water and using a lot, like we have these large glasses, they're like a foot tall, and she puts about 4 drops of water in it, and she drinks 2 drops of the water. And
definitely not.
Strategically spread throughout the house are about 14, at any given point, there's about 14 water glasses with like 2 drops of water in it. Because
it's convenient to have water in different locations around the house in case I get thirsty.
Okay.
There are not 14, but I do that.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
When you dust a surface, keep in mind that dust is like a tiny little slurry of all kinds of things from your fabric, from your skin, from your pets, dirt, and it's just this fine little mist that exists. And if it gets wet, it becomes like a streaky sort of paste that can be hard to clean off, especially if you're cleaning a baseboard or a surface that has a thicker dust. So what this tells us is that when we're dusting, we always want to do it with a dry cloth. A mistake I see people making often is they will spray a cloth and they will use that to dust a surface. And in fact, that is making them work harder because now they've got this streaky slurry they have to get rid of. So remember, dust first, then clean.
Never has the saying, out with the old, in with the new, rung any more true. Take magazines, for example. If you get magazines every month, they start to pile up. I know because I have recently dealt with this issue. And you might think, oh, but I need that magazine from 3 months ago because there was this thing in there and I want to reference it. The truth is you're probably never going to go back to that magazine. So what you need to do is keep in mind when you get a new thing, a new magazine, get rid of the old magazine. If you give it away or recycle it, whatever it is you choose to do with it, make sure it leaves your house. So you got to get out with the old and in with the new.
If you need to do something, it's really important that you do it now, or you find a way to schedule it in and then honor the commitment that you've scheduled. That is the best way to make sure that things actually happen. It's similar to work. You know, if you have a meeting or if you have something important or a deadline, you schedule it in, you get it done. It's the same with cleaning. If you treat cleaning with the same amount of respect that you would treat other tasks like work-related or other family or friend commitments, you will have a much easier time getting this stuff done. But just don't ever tell yourself, I'll do it later. Not gonna happen. Sure, I might be checking Instagram in the middle of shooting a video, but it's for a good reason. I'm just letting the product sit and do its thing. And a mistake that a lot of people make is they spray product on and wipe it off like 3 milliseconds later. The deal is product actually needs time to work. It's called dwell time. It's a technical thing. And if you're actually using something like a disinfectant or a degreaser, the product really does need time to penetrate and do its job before you can wipe it off. So just remember, the next time you clean, dwell time. Here's something I see a lot of people do, and I need to put a stop to it right now. It is called using the buffing pattern instead of the S pattern, which is something I talk about all the time on the Clean My Space channel. Unless you are cleaning or buffing a vehicle, using this circular motion actually spreads dirt, leaves streaks, and re-dirties an area that you've cleaned. Whereas if you use the S pattern, you start at one side, swing your way over to the other, swing your way back. You're never repeating your steps, so you're never putting dirt back where you've just cleaned. Plus, it's a much more efficient way to go. A mistake that I know people make, and we need to correct it like today, after cleaning the toilet with this, don't worry, it's a prop brush. We have those here at the CMS HQ. They'll scrub their toilet bowl and then they put this brush right back into the container and move on. Now here's the problem. A dripping wet brush going back into a confined space like a container is a breeding ground for bacteria. So the next time you clean your toilet, all you have to do is pop your brush under the lid like this, let it drip dry for about 10 minutes, and then put it back. I got into the cleaning world. I had no plans when it came to cleaning. I would just go into a room and then start cleaning things randomly. I'd spend so much time. I'd leave more frustrated than when I started, and my results were terrible. This is one of the reasons why I tell you guys I hated to clean, because I just didn't know how to do it. Once I got into cleaning, started the business, and started doing these videos, I realized that understanding how to clean and then having a cleaning plan, which is what I now call my 3-wave system. If you guys have been watching Clean My Space for a while or you've read my book, you know all about the 3-wave system. But essentially, it tells you to have a method to your cleaning madness. Once you nail those 3 waves and you repeat them and you get familiar with them enough times in your home or in the spaces that you're cleaning, it will totally change the way that you clean. No more will you be approaching a room with frustration and sadness. You'll be approaching it with meaning. You'll get your cleaning done quickly. You won't waste time and your results will be better. So now you know some of my bad cleaning habits, some of my husband Chad's bad cleaning habits, and now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments down below. What is your worst cleaning habit? I'm very curious. Don't forget that our 5-pack of multicolor general purpose cloths are currently 25% off over at makersclean.com, and I've got a link for you down below. Now, we've talked a lot about bad habits, but if you want good cleaning habits, specifically 10 of them, you can check out this video right over here. A couple of ways that you can support the Clean My Space channel: you can subscribe, of course, by clicking that button, and you can also visit makersclean.com, where we sell all of our premium microfiber cloths. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.